shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
To speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, this defense for the Jags, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City.
Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
At their own 37.
They'll start on the ground. ETN.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Another tote for ETN. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
A shotgun snap and a give to ETN.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want...
Touchdown, Jaguars! Christian Kirk with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Jags are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes flush to his right. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there for KC, 42 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They go play fake. Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Mahomes now to throw. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, a 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Chiefs are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
ETN once more.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
A give. It's ETN off the option.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
A give, running right, ETN. And taken down just shy of the 40.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 39, Lawrence. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call.
Lawrence.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
Here's Hardman to return. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return.
And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 1st down, Mahomes. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Mahomes. Forced out to his left. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam. But notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
Mahomes' throw there into the hands of Ross.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman, his 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Chiefs have moved out in front. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. And able to find Kirk complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down.
Caught on the right side by Jones.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's a really nice blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And that's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
They go play action with Lawrence.
That's caught on the left side by Kirk.
He's going to have the first down and then some.
Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game.
And the Jaguars are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
The Chiefs at 7-1 now on the year, and they've been cooking these last couple months. Winners is 7 of their last 8 games.
And as much as we hate to play this game, you know I'm going to do it anyway. Extrapolate that over a full season. What does that come out to, partner? 14-2. And anyone in the NFL, they'd sign up for that record, that's for sure.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll try to run this one right up the gut. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning.
Second and 7.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And now here's a carry heading left. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Mahomes.
That's into the hands of Fortson.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 13-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce from 13 yards out.
And the Chiefs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. From the 30 on 2nd down, Lawrence looking downfield for Jones. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Zay Jones. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Now Lawrence. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown Jaguars. Calvin Ridley, 71 yards. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mahomes going to throw. Buying time to his left. And he comes back with one complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Now, I know it's only a loss of a couple of yards, but when you get near the sidelines, just flip the ball out of bounds, incomplete, and save the yardage. Save the yards, not your stats.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Foyesade Oluwakin. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football.
That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he is going to lose yardage here.
And that play stopped behind the line by a corner. Trent McDuffie getting in there.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a 1st down.
And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's George Karlaftis greeting him behind the line with a big stop.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
Running out of the gun with ETN.
They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Lawrence will throw.
This is caught. It's Kirk. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Travis Etienne. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars go up by 2 touchdowns.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give him a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Tyree Gillespie. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
On second down, ETN once more.
A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
It'll be first and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
And they'll run with ETN.
It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Travis Etienne with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Hardman will elect not to bring this out, and the football will be on the 25-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole.
Well, I'm not quite sure how he got away from that first tackler, but he won't even be able to get it back to the line of scrimmage there as the defense rallies behind him. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Here's Mahomes to throw.
Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes.
Open man is Fortson. He's got it.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's good for 28 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10.
Meanwhile, Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
Mahomes to throw once more. This is caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds.
Second and 1 from the 2.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
All right, so this one not quite over yet. Back to a 2-score game, CD.
Yeah, and you've still got 4+ minutes to go, so when you think about comebacks, it's happened before. Now, it hasn't happened often, but you've got to think to yourself, Let's be the next great comeback story and play this one out.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Here's Lawrence. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Mahomes firing complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's got it. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chiefs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Butker is on target as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Straight ahead, Etienne. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. A handoff for Etienne. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Here's a give to Etienne. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 124 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Etienne. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top.